hear more about you.
Well, thank you. It's great to chat. My name again is Andrew Gordon. I'm an attorney, CPA, founder of Main Street Crypto PAC, and an attorney at Gordon Law.
And so tell me a bit about your background in crypto, how long you've been in crypto, and sort of how you more or less ended up working in the industry.
So my background is in tax, my favorite topic, but not everyone else's favorite necessarily. And about 10 years ago, we started working in crypto. One of the co-founders of Ethereum came to us and said, how do I report my magic internet money? We jumped in head first, and we've been helping hundreds of clients every year with tax issues.
Are the majority of them individual, corporations, or is it a mix?
We help individuals, businesses with tax reporting, tax issues, sometimes even audits and criminal investigations, unfortunately.
Oh, wow. If somebody finds themselves under an investigation, are there ways that you're able to help report and maybe clarify a situation for someone so that they're not in trouble?
Well, unfortunately, one of the worst parts of crypto taxes is just how uncertain things are. The IRS has issued very little guidance on many issues, and this provides us an opportunity in audits to challenge some of these things, but it's also why I started Main Street Crypto PAC, because the everyday investor needs to be able to simply report taxes and not feel that they're going to get audited by the IRS, and that's just the way that it's been, unfortunately, for the last 10 years.
Now, in speaking today, what are some of the key things you want to touch on as a speaker here at the conference?
Tax strategies to minimize your taxes. But one of the most important things to recognize is just the importance of reporting. Because if you can report proactively, take a position, not get audited by the IRS, and have them try to charge you with the maximum amount of gains, then you'll be in a much better position overall.
I do talk about taxes on my channel, believe it or not.
Oh, wonderful.
I do.
Wonderful.
So we've talked about the 1099 DA form.
Oh,
and
gosh.
is that something that you are seeing more of? Is that being like mandatory, that people are issuing those on certain exchanges?
Yeah, that's a great question. So the broker regulations were passed about a year ago. Crazy how time flies. And they require that crypto exchanges report and file these 1099 DA forms starting with tax year 2025.
Okay.
So we haven't seen the forms yet, but we expect them to be issued
by next year.
Right, when it's tax time for 2025, which is typically January 2026.
Okay,
so,
right.
Yeah.
So we should start to see those maybe by next tax cycle.
Yes, we're going to. If you used, especially a U.S. crypto exchange, expect to get one of these forms. But unfortunately, don't expect that it will be enough to file your taxes.
So now for someone like myself where I'm doing crypto travel, conferences, I'm taking expenses on as an individual, and say I am taking a profit on my crypto, could I use my business expenses to write off my crypto gains?
Possibly.
Okay.
So capital gains can be offset by other capital losses.
Okay.
So good strategy for everyone out there is harvest your losses if you want to minimize your gains.
That's why we see the selling every year in December, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's like,
That's right.
and we want to buy Christmas presents, or at least I do.
But pro tip, you don't have to wait till December to harvest your losses. In fact, the people that we see that are most effective harvest their losses all the time, or are constantly looking at their
shaving
portfolio.
off the top when it's high, and
or when it's low, taking those losses and then buying right back, and that's a big loophole that exists in the tax.
Interesting. I would have never thought about that.
Yeah.
Now, are they doing that with the same token?
Yes. Yeah. So it's a unique tax loophole with crypto, but expected to probably be closed this year. So with stocks and other securities, if you sell and have a loss, you've got to buy it back after 30 days. You've got to wait 30 days.
Oh,
but
interesting.
The way the code is written, it doesn't apply to crypto. So you can sell your Bitcoin at a loss. I don't know if many people are holding it at a loss today.
Right.
But hypothetically, you could sell it at a loss and then buy it right back. And that way you have the tax loss on your books, but you still have the position.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I love that. See, we're bringing you the alpha.
When really all we want is simplification, clarity. And that's, again, why I started Main Street Crypto PAC, because we want to make sure that crypto, Bitcoin, can be in the hands of the everyday individual, everyday business. And when tax is as it has been, it just makes it almost out of reach.
So people who bought a Bored Ape,
Yes.
and they took tax positions on that, and now we're calling those collectibles. Does that get funny?
Oh, it gets wild. It gets wild.
Right.
Yes.
So what? What do you see happening with that?
We need clarity. I mean, this is just one of many issues, right? We've got monkey pictures, and how are they going to be taxed? Are they taxed as collectibles, capital assets? None of the above.
Maybe had a couple of bored apes, sold them, took some profits, paid taxes on that, but now they're a collectible.
Yeah.
Does that do anything? Do they get a credit? Or is it just, well, sorry, it was this, we taxed you on it, but now it's that, and you should have held?
Well, the collectibles tax treatment, I would say, is still in debate for NFTs.
Okay.
There has been some IRS discussion about it being classified as collectibles, but overall, I would say still in question. Which NFTs specifically are collectibles, capital assets? It's a very nuanced and it's a big issue, right? I mean, we want to be able to trade NFTs and not have to worry, is this a collectible, is it not, am I reporting the right way?
Right.
It's ridiculous the way that things are. So yesterday I hosted a lunch with Senator Lummis and Senator Blackburn.
That's right, I tried to get into your lunch. They told me it was full.
It was a small group.
They said it was full, and they said I wasn't a client. So I'm like, I'm gonna have to get on the client list for next year. Okay, but anyway, go ahead.
There's room on our client list, but it was a small group.
Okay.
About 15 of our clients, close friends, having an informal discussion with the senators about crypto policy.
Well, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So, aspirations for you? Do you want to be involved in politics? Is that kind of what you'd like to see yourself doing?
Today is the official launch of Main Street Crypto PAC.
Yeah.
And there's a true need for Main Street to continue to be heard in DC. We're seeing that DC is starting to warm up and regulate in crypto, which is a good thing for crypto to grow and reach new all-time highs continually. We need some regulations, but at the same time, we need to make sure that Main Street continues to be heard. That it's not just the big Wall Street crypto companies on the Hill, and that's been most of the representation on the Hill so far.
Agree. Well, thank you for going and representing us,
Thank you.
Congratulations on your endeavors with the PAC and all of that. And I look forward to hearing you speak in a few.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Andrew.